The next morning, Kenda pays Dora a visit at Memorial Hospital.
On my way to see Dora, I go to Peds ICU, and I look at Matthew. The hardest thing for me is a child victim. There is nothing more innocent than a child.
With a serious head wound, Matthew has been in and out of consciousness.
I was able to look at the x-rays, and you can see the projectile had entered the neck and come to rest at the base of the skull and the back of the head.
Based on my experience, I am hopeful that this child is going to survive.
Kenda needs to find out who did this. Dora may have the answers if she's recovered.
Excuse me. I'm Lieutenant Kenda, and you are?
I'm preparing to leave, and a woman walks into the room. She's very distraught, and she says her name is Mary Paget.
Matthew is my grandchild.
Have you seen Dora? I'd like to speak with her.
I don't think that's possible just yet.
Dora is in no physical condition to talk to me, even if she wanted to. As badly as I want to know what she knows, I've got to wait.
Can I ask you a few questions? I'll wait outside until you're ready.
Of course.
She was devastated by the condition and welfare of Matthew, the loss of Diane.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Can you tell me about Dora and Diane?
They're both just lovely women.
Mary says that Diane was a nurse. She loved being a nurse and loved helping people who needed help. She was a single mother raising Matthew on her own and basically a loving, caring person.
Dora was a loving mother who really doted on her grandson. And Diane and Matthew would often go to Dora's home and be there with her.
What are you going to name him?
Tick-tock clock.
A good name?
And the sad part is Matthew, the baby, was the light of everyone's life.
Can you think of anyone that would want to harm them?
I can't think of anyone.
Was there an ex-husband or any boyfriends?
She says that Matthew's father is no longer in the picture and hasn't been around for some time.
But Mary also tells Kenda that Diane recently began seeing someone new, and the relationship got pretty serious fast.
Diane has a current boyfriend whose name is Michael Norris. He's a licensed practical nurse at a nursing home where both Michael and Diane worked.
Can you tell me about him?
Well, they've only been dating about 5 months.
What if this 5-month relationship suddenly takes a turn for the worse and emotions rise and things go wrong? It is likely to assume that he could get a key to Diane's apartment. Access, emotion equals violence? Let's go find out.
Kenda, along with Detective Brian Ritz, finds Michael at the nursing home where he works.
Michael?
Yes.
He's in the employee break room, surrounded by coworkers. He looks like he's been crying, and he looks very, very tired.
He's seemingly overcome with grief, but Kenda isn't about to drop him as a suspect just yet.
Do you have a few minutes we could talk to you?
Yes.
My job is to consider everyone as being a suspect. Some people get very offended by that, but it's the reality of the work. And I said, you know, Michael, I know this is the hardest thing in the world, but I know that Diane would want you to help me.
But we need your help to find out who killed her.
Absolutely. What do you need from me?
I said, Michael, I have to consider you as possibly involved in this.
Oh, no, my God, no. I would never.
Well, let's start with what you know. Can you tell me where you were between 1:30 and 2 a.m. last night?
Yeah. Look, I was here working, and my shift supervisor, who's here now, they were here with me last night as well.
Want to check on that? So you tell me about your relationship with Diane?
So everything's been great. Man, I can't believe she's gone.
Everything checks out.
His alibi checks out. Everything works. Michael is absolutely clear of being responsible for this event.
Can you think of anyone that would want to hurt Diane? Or Dora, for that matter?
I think I can.
And who is that?
His name's Eric.
And I'm thinking, Eric? So who is Eric? He explains his name is Eric Williams. He says he's the babysitter for Matthew, the little boy. Is he the guy who's going to shoot this child?
When Michael explains that Eric babysits Matthew as a favor, Kenda is even more intrigued.
When he's not taking care of Matthew, he's a house painter by trade. So he's not a child care guy. So why is he doing that? Why does he take care of Matthew?
And Eric and Diane used to date.
So now we're not talking about a babysitter anymore. We're talking about an ex-boyfriend. That's a whole different ball of wax.
Eric and Diane had dated about 2 years.
You like that?
And the common bond between the two actually was Matthew, that little boy.
Isn't that fun?
And Diane, as a single mother, did need the help. Matthew and Eric got along great. Matthew loved him.
That's when Eric offered to come over and babysit in his free time.
And her being a single mom, she definitely needed the help.
Hey, I'm here. Come here, buddy. How you been?
Well, my. I like ex-boyfriends. They get real upset about being an ex-boyfriend.
And how'd that work out for Diane?
She didn't really have an issue until I came around.
So then Michael explains that she gets back into the dating scene and begins to date him. So, okay, Diane, you break up with this guy for whatever reason, but you allow him to remain around. That could be a recipe for violent reaction.
So you two didn't get along?
Not really. You know, I was cordial. I tried to be nice when I was there, but I know he didn't like me around. Diane, you here?
Michael went over there once to pick up Diane.
Oh, hey.
And Eric was there because he was with Matthew.
How's it going?
So who are you?
I'm Michael. You must be Eric?
What are you expecting to get out of this?
Excuse me?
They were staking their territory, and Michael stated his. Diane was his girlfriend, and Michael let it be known to Eric that he wasn't staying away from Diane.
Got no business being here.
You gotta be kidding me, right?
I'm serious.
Hey.
Hey, Diane. Look, I'll be outside whenever you're ready.
Michael thought there was going to be a physical confrontation, so he decided to leave and just get away from the situation.
You screwing him? Are you?
I'm not doing this with you.
So it was obvious to me, and I'm sure it was obvious to her, that Eric was jealous of me.
If I ever felt any tension, I try to remove myself from the situation.
Thank you for your help. And I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
So Eric just moved to the top of my list.